name's Andrew Johnson. Today I wanted to go over ERP with you, otherwise known as Enterprise Resource Planning. The reason I chose this topic actually is because I utilize an ERP system called SAP within my everyday work career. I am a financial analyst in Rockford, Illinois, for a company called United Technology Aerospace Systems. Basically, we manufacture airplane parts. So we will dive right into this. I'm going to go back and forth with a PowerPoint here. So enterprise resource planning, what will we cover today? We'll cover an intro to ERP, ways it is used in the workplace, some examples because you want to know, what you're using and what it will look like, how I personally use enterprise resource planning, and some pros and cons along with a quick conclusion here. So introduction. Basically, ERP is a process, it's a strategy that a business will utilize to gain some synergy and integrate the organization's different parts and functions. So, going back to my screen here, basically what it does is in the modern day world, it's a software system. It's a management information system that will integrate all your data. So your human resource department, your finance department, your sales team, etc. They'll be on all the same page. They can gather data that they need to gather. They can go ahead and analyze whatever they need to use and work towards a common goal. So it's taking this data, combining it all together in an easy to use format, and then so these different departments can break it down and use it as need be, and it keeps them synergized, it keeps them on a common goal. So we'll run back to the PowerPoint here and move on to the next slide. So ways ERP is used in the workplace. It functions to keep these departments I was talking about, HR, finance, marketing, sales, engineering, working towards these common goals, and really allows them to excel and streamlines information, making things more efficient for them, making data more accessible, and it standardizes their processes. I don't know how many times that you've experienced this in the workplace, but I myself have experienced many times where people just keep asking for the same information over and over again. They don't know how to go about finding it, or they don't know how to analyze it properly. Having an ERP system helps with that. So quick example for you, the finance department at Google can use their ERP software to pull information from current weekly, monthly, quarterly, and or annual sales in order to create a forecast for 2018. So some examples of ERP, you see SAP, Oracle, JD Edwards, which I've actually used in the past, Microsoft Dynamics, and Sage, which I have not used, but still some other examples. So how do I use ERP? So once again, I'm a financial analyst for United Technology Aerospace Systems, an aerospace manufacturer. So we utilize SAP exclusively. What I use is I use it to pull data for the production side of our engineering team to ensure accuracy and do analysis on our sales and cost of sales. So it's very interesting. It allows me to do variances and mainly create forecasts for the future. It allows me to pull data from engineering. It allows me to pull data from our sales team. I have to run head counts with our HR to budget out what we will need for certain teams in the sales department, the marketing department, planning, talent acquisition. So I'm able to work with HR through our ERP system using data through our past actuals and our current forecast projections of growth, and use that data to better make a more accurate budgeting, make better accurate forecasts, and then do some variances from our analysis as well. So that's how I currently use it, and that's why it's so interesting to me as well. So there are some pros and cons of ERP. Pros, it synchronizes the data. It makes the data really easy to access, and it makes it extremely time efficient, so you can just pull data whenever you need to. It's compatible with other software programs such as Excel, so you can download right into a spreadsheet. It allows you to do data analysis right on the SAP format or whatever ERP format you're using, and it ensures accuracy and extended record keeping. So I will tell you some cons of ERP as well. So some cons of ERP. One that I experienced is 2 years ago, we transferred from Oracle JDE to SAP. we lost so much shipping and production data that it really hurt our business because we couldn't tell what we had already shipped, what we had in inventory, and etc. So it really hurt our business. The other thing is the input data. So if you input the data wrong into the SAP or ERP system, the Enterprise Resource Planning system, the rest of the data is going to be wrong for the rest of the time you use it. So let's say you put in incorrect profit center. So you're charging the wrong profit center for a product with one of your customers, and that'll just keep happening until you correct it. Another thing that's kind of minor and it's pretty universal, but you have to format, so it's time extensive. There's no one size fit all for enterprise resource planning, and industries are so vast, so different, and so innovative that change happens so rapidly. They have to continually update your ERP system in order to make it more efficient for your company and not out of date. So, in conclusion, I'm just going to go over this last slide with you real quickly. ERP is extremely useful to keep different departments working towards common goals. It synchronizes all the data, keeps everything on a common path and common strategy to accomplish your mission, vision, and while keeping your values strong. It creates synergy within an organization, great teamwork, ease of access with data analysis and forecasting, and that leads to better forecasts, or better accuracy, and better record keeping. So hopefully one thing that you pulled from this is the usefulness of ERP, maybe some things that you can actually apply to your own company and ways to make it better. So that leads me to my last point. You'll need to continually innovate and improve as a business and industry and change. As an industry, the industry needs and change grow. So the ERP system will need to change along with the business. So it'll need to meet your needs and improve along with your business's needs, whether you're growing, whether you're shrinking in size, whether you have an acquisition with a new company, just like UTAS has with Rockwell Collins coming up. So like everything else in the world, it'll need to innovate and change and adapt to survive and better fit your company and industry needs. So lastly, my bibliography, you can look at that more in depth. This is where I got my information from. But thank you. I've enjoyed the class tremendously, and thank you for your time. Hope you learned a little bit about ERP here. So you guys have a great rest of your classroom experience.